Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today we learn a model binding in .NET Core Web API. Okay, what is a model API? Why the model API binding is important or required? Okay, so first we learn what is model binding. Model binding is kind of a process in which this .NET framework will map the data from whatever the HTTP request you get, right, to the action method of the parameters in the controllers. So normally what happen is this model binding what will do is it will simplifies by extracting or converting data with a different various sources, we can say. Like suppose if you get a request from either query string or the data in the form of a root data or form data or request body. So to avoid manual parsing, to make it automatically conversion, so we use as a model binding. Okay, second thing is why this model binding is important or required is considered normally it will simplify the process of whatever the HTTP request you handle, right, by auto mapping your incoming data to appropriate parameters or the models. So as a developer, as you know that we'll normally focus on the logics, not worry about how the data will extract, how the conversion of the data will happen. So and also in the model data model binding, what will happen, we can supports different techniques are there. Either we can use single individual data source or the multiple data sources, like together you can use query string or headers. And so it is also supports auto data validation attributes for insecuring the data integrity. So as you see in the picture, there are five model binding techniques are there, like form query, form body, from root, from header, and from form. So form body is nothing but we can bind the data from the request body. Query means you can bind the data from query string. Similarly, root means you can bind the data from the root value. So header means bind the data from HTTP headers. Form means it's mainly to bind the data from posted from form fields. So we will see these techniques one by one with example. So please watch the video till the end. So no further wait, let's jump into it. First we'll see the form root data modeling. So for that what I did is I created a one product controller, you can see here. So I created a one get product, which is this is an input parameter we use as a form root as ID. So I created a one function, generic function called get product list. Here just list of products, three products are there. Okay, so if it is null, then it will say not found, else product. So let's run this and we'll see. So it's running now. You can see here products API ID. You can click on try on, you can pass any matching ID. If it is matches, then it will display. Okay, similarly based on this also we can do, or the I have postman also. From postman you can see here I'm passing a value as 10 from root. So if it is value matches, it's a the 10 is not there, so it will showing product is not found. So if I pass 2, then it will give 200k with response. And model binding technique we use it as a form query. Form query means normally we are getting HTTP request as in a query string format, like they are passing category. So what I'll do is I'll check this category based on your product list. If it is matching with your passed value, then it will filter okay. So if you see here, products, API products, so I can pass any category, like which is matching category. You go to get data, you can pass anyone, like if I pass furniture, if it is passes, it will match. So you want to see how the query string will pass, you can see here in the URL. If you pass API products question mark category equal to electronics, in the parameter you can see this is how the query string will they will pass. If you click on send also, you can see matching data will pass. The third model binding technique uses a form body, means they will send the request data in form in the body. So for example, if you see in the there that this is the input request which contains, it is in JSON format. So based on that, what we created one class model product, so that contains ID. I made it as required. So similarly, name, price, category, we can add some validations also, like required. In the price we can add some validations like error message if it is it should be greater than 0. Okay, so once product, if you receive, and it's the product list, it will add, and it will give a message like 201 created whatever the product ID you passed. Okay, let's create from here. So you can see here parameter. Okay, body, this is we created, right? We can send here. See, whatever the data 201, it's created with this response. Fourth model, data model binding, is from header. So they will pass the request in the header, they will pass ID. That ID, if it is matches by passing a value, then it will give the data. If it is has a data, then it will give okay, else if it is null, then it will give not found. If you go to here, you can see this is a product model category furniture I am passing. Along with that, here is the header section, right? They will pass product ID, and product ID is 3. If it is matches, let's run this, see if it is matches, then it will pass. Suppose if I pass some random value, the product is not found. That's how the message is there. Suppose the whatever the name you pass, right, that should be matched with your request value, this value, then only if it is give the result. The last data model binding technique is from form. It's mainly used for like an upload files. You can see here I used a one function called upload file that will contain a form file, where if you select a file, and we can add a we added a condition like if the file is not selected or length is 0, then there is no file selected. And then we also added one more condition like it should be in these formats, PDF, PNG, anything. So then what I'm trying to do is, once file and these validations pass, then I created these root folders here. You can see here I created root and upload folders. Then whatever the selected files, that will save in this upload files, that is copied to a sink. Then I'm showing what are the URL it is passed and the file name, upload folder and the file name. So if you go here, you can see here product upload function. So here in the body, this is a file name I'm passing, that should be match with your form file. You can see it, this one, this is a file. So go here, then what I'm trying to do is I'll upload a file from local, just create this one. Then what I'll try to do, this is a form data you have to select here. If you send here, you can see here upload, and that file will be there. If you can go here, select, you can see here that file is whatever you selected, that is saved here. In .NET Core, we have one concept called content negotiation. Okay, content negotiation. So the mainly content negotiation is nothing but it in this RESTful API services. What will happen is it will support a different data format request based on whatever the client is request. For example, consider that one client is requested a data response as a JSON format. Some other client wanted a response in the XML format. So it will support multiple data format as a response. So it will make us to make the services are more flexible. So for example, here I created one API, is called content negotiation. Here I'm just displaying get products, list of products. If you go here, so here what I'm doing, they will call this API content negotiation with accept as a key value is JSON. They want, so we accept as a JSON, and they will get the response as a JSON format. See here it will support different format like JSON. Is there, if they want XML, they can pass different response types. So as of now, I'll use JSON. Okay. So now we can see response as a JSON. If you go to headers, you can see content type. Content type is important because they are accepting JSON and we are sending as an JSON format. That's why we call content type. So this is what we call it as a content negotiation. Now we'll see the model binding errors. So you can see here, so we'll get the product list. Here we written like model state dot is valid. So here in model state, what will it will contain the state of the model. So whatever the request will get, it will check all the fields in that product. If it is matching, then it will not give error. Otherwise, it will process. So here, if you see here, if you go to here, see I am passing all the values like all the fields see there requested for the product, right? If I remove this, consider that they are passing only 3 parameters, but it should be 4. Suppose if I send like this, let's run first. Okay, it's running. So now if you click on send, so you can see here it's showing product. The product field is required, like, and here it's saying employee products and including the following id is this. So this is how we can handle a model binding. For that, this is a by default validation we can use as a model state dot is valid. Okay, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Hope you like the video. Please like, comment, subscribe for more content. See you soon on next video. Thank you.